Welcome back, folks, to Timberborn, the new diorama playthrough. Cycle 13, day 3. Apologies if you can hear a fan going. Unfortunately, in the UK at the moment, it's a little warmer than I was expecting. And under my desk here, I think I have the sun, basically. This big raging big PC that I have that can blast out so much heat, and the door unfortunately is right behind me, so I can't open the door. And I do have a window, but I have a massive TV right in front of it. I was hoping to do the retro stuff on the other machines, but I've just not got to it. But anyway, my apologies if it does. Let me know, otherwise hopefully it'll be fine. Anyway, so what we're going to accomplish, right? We're going to try to accomplish the dirt excavator in this playthrough. We will obviously have to get the tapper shack going. Now let me just do this. I clearly didn't plant the trees, which isn't going to help the situation of getting some resin from here. What I think we'll do is, where it says cut, we'll unplug that for example. I'm not going to cut this lot. I just want to get the resin in for our playthrough. And let's see how we do. How's this? How tall is this? I think I'm going to go just a little bit more. I want to increase that water a bit more. Or maybe going to go for a wee, I think. They should be synchronizing themselves. Let's go to 80. I don't want to go too much for obvious reasons, but I don't want to go not enough. That should be at... I'll stick that to 80 as well. Now there's the problem. If I stick this higher, this then needs to come down slightly. Because then I don't have any power. How's that? Because they're all waterlogged, you see, so a bit of a misdemeanor there, I must admit. That should be a bit better. No, they're getting a bit waterlogged as well, aren't they? Well, that was a good idea. They are running, but yeah. I'd rather have this slightly higher. Let me just put that down. Sorry about this. It's just a matter of adjustments. What do we want to do in this plan? Right. We really need to get more beavers in. So that's something that I'm going to have to definitely consider. We can actually build these without getting the beavers in. That's good, because they can reach and do them from there, so I'll do that. Because I need more. I think I'll move this here. And I think what I'll do is... I'll move the gathering flag here. I'll not populate it, but I'll get it built. These are all then... you know, I can actually get all of this then, what's left. What have we got? Oh, we've got a bit there. So let me just change that to that. At least that's more food. And I don't have to worry. We continually blasting this down. We are eventually going to run out of this. I think it would make sense, I may be wrong, but to get the hauling post in and try and get this moved up to our little place here, which would be nice. I don't... maybe... This is a nice prime example to have something stored on, but I can't really do it without filling these in. Yeah, filling most of this in here. So I need the dirt excavator to do that. How many resin? I've got resin coming in, but I've not got really any place to store it. So we'll store them there. Where else can we store? Oh, we can do that and there. I need enough to be able to store so I don't have to worry about running it when I want to turn it off. I suppose I could do that, but you know, it is what it is. It will do. And then obviously eventually we'll move it into one. What? Right, that's sold. I don't think I've got enough. Well, I might do. I'd like to get some carrots in, so that'd be I'm just trying to build the well-being up here. It's got to be plant crops. Let's clear this section here. I can only do to there. Oh, that farm feels so much nicer. I tell you something. I've been struggling, like, trying to concentrate, and you're so warm. I mean, basically, I'm like playing the game in your pants. You know what I mean? It's that warm. I know that's something you don't really want to know, but it is that bad. You know. I had to laugh at my soul. Not because I said it, just because it was like, well, it's true. I could get rid of the water and pick that up. I'm going to put another one here because it's going to have an effect. Trying to have an effect on the... Would you pick this up, please? Obviously, we could get... They can build these, but they can't get up, which is fine. I don't mind that. That's still going. How am I doing water? We're okay. We're not in a bad cycle or anything like that. I'd like to get another place that I can actually put one of these. Just as a... Did I not have that connected then? Have I just taken that out? Oh, okay. No. Right, I can't get anything in there by one thing. Let's draw some more water. Water's good. I've got 41. I've got quite a few planks. Yeah, let's just allow that to build, and then that way they can actually get even more water, because I've only got 700, and the more water I've got, the less I have to take out. You know, this prime, and that actually a prime example. That would be another nice place to have one as well. Or there, so I can get another 2 in here. That's good. And I can take these little tanks out. Although I want to spread the little tanks around. I want to get this up. See, that's what I'm aiming for. Because if we can get the well-being up, if we just press on one, excuse me, if I get this to 17, as you see here, I've got 20% because I've got over 7 in this green here. But if I can get to 17, I get plus 40. I've already got that for the 10, you know, so I get to 40% speed. But if I can get to 15, I get 60%. So it's worth getting them up. It's all right, like, oh, well, we wait till the end. But no, we should be doing that more than likely before. I don't know what I was building here, but I'm going to get rid of that nonetheless. Let's put this in a bit faster. because that's ridiculous. I always feel it should be this speed anyway, you know? But I can understand why somebody would want to play... Well, I don't know why somebody would want to play him slow. Because it's monstrously slow. I've got 42, although I am going to use them for here, aren't I? So, yeah, I'd rather use them for the water, to be honest. So I'm going to have to make more gears. So that's not an issue. At least I'm using them. That's now being built. This will now get built. I'll preempt going this far. I'm not going to do that one. Ooh, that's too big. I'm not going to do that one there. And I'm not going to do that one there. But I'll do these. So it doesn't join them up. Now, this is the question about. Do I take this out? And think... Because I've got so much Moulin Rouge. Money. I wish. I could put a roof on here, which would give me more well-being. And I could go back and put more of the, you know, roof. Again, these, like that. So I'd have two. But I don't really want that down there, because that's just a no-no. But I've got them going. I'm just waiting for this to be thinged, and then we'll get that to carrots. Carrot or sauce. No, I just have to blast that, I suppose. And then that'll be that, and then I can blast all of that. This is obviously grilled. I probably could have put that in there, but that now can be paused. Although I don't even think it was running anyway. Yes. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to pick this up. We are going to do what I said I was going to do. But again, I'm not going to connect them. I'm going to have to... I want this the same height, whether that's good or bad or indifferent, I don't know, but... Like that. And then they'll build all that, and then that gets that out of the way. So I've got 3 houses built. All I've got to do, which is 18 beavers, which will do me in good stead. But obviously they've got to be, you know, they've got to be born, and they've got to do the loving thing. The beaver loving. Loving. And, how much of that do I want to get rid of? Oh, I've been messing about with trying to figure out a way to be able to tunnel without actually blasting it all down. And, basically, not having, you know, blasting all this down to, let's say, 1, and then building on top. So that's hopefully it'll be in the next one, depending on the dirt excavator as well. So that's another, you know, thing that we have to do. How many of these resins? I have got 14. How many logs are a bit low though? This is why I want this down. Right, I've got the hauling post. I'm going to set these for haulers. They should use that to send this over to here. I've got 400 in, so hopefully that'll be enough. Yeah, that's also a bit faster, actually. Oh, I haven't selected the resin there. Did I select it there? Yes, I've selected it there. So I've got enough room for 150. plus what that's got in there. I'm just obviously having to wait for these to get... I suppose I could build 10. It wouldn't be the worst thing, would it? It would make sense to get them done at the end of the day. Because what I could do, you could send 10 in there. Right, so I've got the water. That's now going a lot higher. I'm not going to take a chance. Take a chance. I will... That. Bit of ABBA there. I'm sorry if you don't know what ABBA is. It's a 70s band. My mum used to listen to them all the time, and unfortunately, it rubbed off on me. Great band. Possibly one of the best bands that's ever been. That and Queen. Queen's pretty good, I must admit. Not the new Queen, the Queen that when Eddie Mercury's around. Fortunately. Not with us anymore. Right. That's 2. Well, we only need 98. Get on. Right. Carrots are going to get put in. I'm just waiting for them. I wasn't willing to destroy them. I just thought, well, I'll wait for them till they get, you know, they'll get... the wrong word I just pulled, didn't it? That's definitely the wrong word. Grown. You know, is that right? You know what I mean. That one's... I can't use that. So they'll do their thing and start... I mean, I could turn these off once this is all planted. I've now got enough space for 1,300 water. Obviously, these may come out eventually. That's now... we can see it here. Decoration. Let's put that there. I will pause it though, because it takes a lot of planks, and I haven't got a lot of planks. So we're. I'll tell you what wouldn't might be, even though it's taking one up. No, I'll do it later, but I think I might have one there because then it's sort of influencing this section, sort of. I can't put it there. I could have put that there, but. You know how it is. This is the problem with this, you know, this... Well, it's not a problem with the game. I mean, the game's brilliant, but... let's have... You've got to be, you know, you've got to be prepared to practically work at it. I know I can get rid of this. This isn't a problem, this here. Which... You could argue where you already had that, but I did have that going for something else, so I wanted all of them going. But when I've got water, it's perfectly fine. And we're still getting the event. I've got 10,244 of them, so I always like to get a lot, because otherwise... You're really struggling to start with, and that's, you know, you're waiting to get something. It's all right. I think you. Well, I suppose you've got to build up everything all at the same time, really. But I've got 50, but I've got no space to have any more. I think I can solve that with this. No, I cannot solve that with that because it doesn't take a fight. That's me gears. Let's have another enough space for Mr. Gear. That'll give me another... Because I want to enable these, you see, but I can't enable them because they need gears. Oh, they need planks as well, but the dirt excavator doesn't need planks. So I wasn't concerned with that. It just needs gears. And I've got half the gears that I need, and I have only got 6. I'm going to need some more metal as well, which I think it's full. So that's the reason why. It's here. Let's have one for metal then. Oh, that's treated planks. Don't know the difference between treated planks and metal. Really? Same. That's a plank. I'll keep it there. I think it's gone now. No, it's not. It's so small, it's not even doing an image. Right, this is definitely coming down. Not as fast as I would have liked it, I must admit, but it's definitely coming down. I would be I'd be quite happy just to get no, I'm gonna have to send it to here. I know it's a bit of an awful thing, but it will do. It will allow me to get more. I don't really like the idea of loads of berries, but if I do happen to kill anything, just as a worst scenario, at the very least, I've got the berries there to have some food. And they're not getting pulled anyway, so if we take that as a 3 berries, 3, 6, 9, 15, 18, there's 21 there just from that, you know what I mean? There's a good 100 there. That'll feed me for a while before, if these get killed, especially if there's a drought and I forget to turn my blooming thingies off, because I've done that loads of times in the other ones, so. That's a resin, that's a resin. So we get a resin, we haven't got any resin in here, but that's it's using the resin anyway to make the planks. So once obviously I've run out of resin, I can't make any, which is not fine, but it's fine. The log situation is getting a bit dire. Why aren't these? I just realised, why aren't these getting cut? I know why. There's no beaver in there. No beaver. They are on the cutting list. I'll set that on, but what I'll do is I'll disable that. That gives me the beaver back that I've just selected in there, and he should come out and start cutting them, because they've got 8 logs in there. That's a lot of logs. They've got no. That's another one I could disable while I'm waiting for that to be built, or that to come in. So I could do this. I think they come and get the logs out of there, actually. Am I right? Yep, they come and take the logs out and use them somewhere else. How many? I've got another. It still needs a lot of planks though. Wood. Wood can always be the worst thing in this game. Because I need. This is what I don't get, right? It's powered. But I still need logs. See. I thought if it's powered, you shouldn't need the logs. So what's the power for? Especially, I can understand for these, because they need logs to do. But what the hell does the metal for? It's metal. That makes no sense. Because it should just need power. It should just need power, and then it shouldn't need the but anyway, I digress. I know it's only 0.2 of a log every 2 hours, so it's not using a vast amount of logs. But it just doesn't make sense to need that to be able to do that, you know. But anyway. No, I'm going to have to do this slightly different, Anna. I'm going to have to build that up there. Then I'm going to have to build this. Then this. And this, which I can't build. Oh, I can get to that one. Because I want to go up here as well. So I'll leave that to do its merry dance. We are getting there. It's certainly a slow process. It doesn't help that, you know, a lot of the land is dedicated to food, which is why I want to try and get this blown up. Right, that's a go. Let's do another one. And let's start that process off. I'll take this out, I think. I can take that one and that one out. I can take that one out as well, actually. And this, and this, and that, and that. Oh, obviously I'll have to get rid of this eventually, somewhere. Which I might actually wait till that's been built. And set this to that, actually. And get this to be emptied. I don't know where it's going to go, but it'll go somewhere. Because I haven't got another storage, but we don't need to worry about that. So our... oh, I need to turn this back on, so I need these to be replenished again. I always keep thinking I paused that, but it's not. It's the thing behind it. Right, how are we doing? Yeah, this is going a lot better than I thought it might. I've got no free beds, and I've got 9 of this to sort out. Let's do it now. Alright, let's at least... let's have that one, that one, that one, and that one in higher, and that one. And I'll go back and put a roof on. Oh, I always do that one. I'll have to do the path to it, though. That's all I need to do. Well, I think I need to do to there, to be honest, but yeah, there. So then we'll start building that, and then we'll get some more. I think we'll get some more points for it, because I think, yeah, I lost the points for obvious reasons. Where is... I want to make sure that they are always on. I've got enough bad water, so I'm going to turn that on. That means the job can go somewhere. I know I've got a lot of water. A lot of water here. I've now got 10. I've got 8 resins. So I think it's time to turn this on. The option would be to do another one of these, but I think I'm going to go for it and turn this on. And get this at least in there anyway. I've got almost the metal, which will all go in there. I need to get rid of the treated planks. The 10 that I've got in here. So I might as well get rid of him so he starts up again, because it won't start up, you see. I've got 8 resin left, but obviously it takes 1 resin to do 8 planks, which is times that by 8 with the resin. 8 3 hours, 8 is 21, isn't it? So that's 21 hours. That's almost a day. We won't get any. I don't very much doubt. We might get these for 6 here. And these will maybe in a day. Don't know. I don't. How does it take to get? It takes days to grow 7. Grows when mature. So what they're saying is it takes 12 days to grow to 100, but then it takes another 7 days to be able to get the resin out of it. Oh, okay. That's how it works. That's how it works. So it's a 19-day cycle on that. How are we doing? Why aren't you doing this? Oh, because it's the end of the day. I need to make sure, because obviously this is giving me some logs. I need to plant the carrots, them. So I've got carrots coming in. Does that have an effect on... There you go. It'll only give me 1. But, you know, it's 12. I haven't obviously enabled any of these statue things yet. So they'll, once they come in, they should be... I need to get to that 17. I'm almost there. I don't want to drop down to 10 either. I'm wondering if I could just utilize this for a while for water, you know? But I think I'll empty... I think I'll get rid of that. That'll give me some logs as well. I'll have to do the. I'll have to do that to there, and that'll get rid of that. That was also. I can't remember what I was doing for that. But... I mean, I haven't really got enough to do it though. That's the problem. What I was thinking of is when there's a drought. No, when there's a drought, this doesn't go as well. When there's a bad tide, this goes. Like here. The only problem is I can't get another one in there, but there's no reason why I can't blast a couple of holes in there. Obviously, I'm using that power. When I get the dirt excavator on, I don't know when I've mentioned this, but I'm going to sort this out to have the stuff up here. It's a bit weird, but it'll all come to the knowledge when we get there. Because it'll be a good thing to have the bad water. Now, I was going to store the bad water tanks, if you like. I can't store the... I suppose I could do. I'm thinking of how much... I don't know whether I've got them unlocked. Yes, I have got them unlocked. See, this is what... I can't do any, so it doesn't matter. We can build 3 out. Now, if we build 3 out... Which looks... I know it looks really weird, and it just definitely does look weird. We can't go anymore, because if I try again, look, see, it doesn't allow me to do it. But I'm just pausing. But if I go to the storage, sorry, I haven't unlocked them yet, but I've got so much I can. If we imagine that will fit on there, then, if I can get a large one to fit up here, then I'm not actually taking any of the room down here. You know, I'm trying to get more room in this early go. That's what half of this is. It's all about getting, you know, getting yourself sorted. This is almost done. It won't take that much more. I'm going to have to give some room, I think. Well, the thing is this here is on this level, I don't know whether if I take one of these off, or if I have to take two of these off, it'll get this. It'll take down this large one at the back, so I might not need to do anything. I'd take it down and re-blow it up or something like that. There's 700 in there, so that's not too bad. I mean, if you imagine trying to do that with these, you're going to have 4 of these to 1 of them. You know, it's just a no-brainer. Right, the drought is coming. It's not like Game of Thrones. I've been watching, re-watching Game of Thrones. I don't know if I mentioned it. I'm on season 7, just 2, I think. I watched. It shows on the edge. I watched that, and you know, other people will say, "Well, I'm having a beer with it." No, what do I have? A glass of milk. I know it sounds weird, but I'll tell you something. It's really nice on a night, especially if it's warm like it is. Nice cold glass of milk, sat there. You put your feet up at, you know, at 2 o'clock in the morning, having a glass of milk and a bit of bread and butter or something, and a cake, if you so wish. Depending what my parents have sometimes cook for us. Sometimes I get a quiche, and sometimes I get some buns. I do like jam tarts. And I go, I'm a bugger. I just talk to you people as if you're normal. People have friends and things, I think that's important as when you're content creator. I know it was very hard to start with, ooh, what am I going to say? I don't really, I normally have loads to say, and now I have nothing to say, But now it doesn't really bother me now. Well, I suppose after over 1,000 videos in last year, I thought it would do, wouldn't it? Let's get these going. So now I can turn on this to. I know it's going to use light, but it's going to give me food. So I'm going to get Mr. Spaddock coming in. Spaddock. I'm going to also get that coming in. Oh, I've gone back down to 10. That's really annoying. I've got a ninja. I should be okay, though. I should, yeah, I've got a beaver in there. I've got 2 beavers. How many injuries have I got? I've got 4. That's a bit annoying, but not a lot I can do about that. How are we doing? We are... well, not great, but... Gears, I'm still building. I've got 65 of them, but I still need 3 planks. I've got metals done, so that's good. How much metal have I got? I'm willing to turn that off because it's using logs that I do have logs now, but don't particularly want to use my logs. How are we doing with this then? This is still not being built yet because still have not got. Oh, he's taking the logs back, yeah. He's a good lad. And we're now getting, obviously, the gears. We'll get the gears again, and it'll go back into here. Now, there was a gear shop somewhere. I think, oh, that's probably there when I built that, when I was building them. Oh, bad water. Let's get the let's get this going, because I've got no bad water. I've still got the, I'm still producing the explosives. So I've got 3 left in each one, but I've not. I've got no more bad water here. I don't want to do that because it's going to use me gears that I'm trying to do for the dirt excavator to get it done in this episode. We've got 4, 5, and then we're on a roll here. I could actually, what I could do is take this out. That gives me 10 planks. Ooh, 10 planks. I mean, obviously, because I can go down here anywhere, that's I thought, well, I might as well take them back. The builders are coming up to get that. They are definitely on. I'm making sure that these are on the haulage. How are we doing? We have got about 5 minutes of 5 minutes. About 5 minutes of scrap to go. I built them, and I've not actually selected anything. Although this hasn't been built yet, so... And neither has the... neither is that. I suppose the problem being is it's wanting a lot of that. You know something, what is the point of turning them off when I can just turn these up? I don't think, therefore I am. I don't think it's going to use more. I'd also like to... That would then go down to 1. Yeah, we are, you know, getting there. I am getting there. I can't build that because I haven't got an extractor, which then I need this centrifuge. Now, you used to be able to, like in update 6, need, like I said, I think I've said that you needed this. So you needed it for the dirt excavator. So then you had to find some blooming place to put it. It's quite frustrating. I've got, well, none in there, that's for certain. We get in there. Once I've got the gears, I'll turn the gears off. Well, no, I might get some more water, actually. I've got 1,400, so I'm not doing too bad. But how many beavers has I've got? That's the... I've still got a lot of vacancies. And they're not actually connected yet. That's because I did a count of some and forgot to actually set the path for them. Now we've got enough free beds. That's good. Yay! So I'll get some more because I was running out really. If you can increase the well-being, they'll live longer, which means it'll even itself out of the amount of beavers that I need to, you know, for this play. I've still haven't got a clue. Could I get 250? Could I get 500? Could I get 1,000? Ooh, I don't think so. Knowing me, I'd kill them all off by that time. You know, that's just about happens. But obviously the campfire's going to go as well, so that'll reduce the well-being. But now, what the whole this spacious is, this is a massive... I mean, some of this is going to be for the dam that we're going to build. So probably here. I might even take it a little bit more. I could take all of that, but the trouble is, the more land I take, the less land I've got for agriculture and everything else that I want for it. So I've got to be careful. Actually, I am going to, talking about the centrifuge before, I am going to actually need it, because if you can see here, the tunnels need extract. Right. Drought has started. For the first time in my entire thing, I'm on the ball. I'm going to turn these off, so I don't actually take all the water and kill everything. I've got 1,400, so I don't have to nearly read. You see now I suppose now this is a drought. You wouldn't have this running anyway. But obviously, if you had the bad water, then it wouldn't really make much of a difference. I still need the pine resin sometimes. I don't need the pine resin for that, if you get what I mean. But because I've got these will fill up when the pine resin comes in. I don't know how far before they send over, but we're getting close. Once this comes, it'll kick off. It'll kick off, and then we'll have what we need to be able to get this built. It may be just built in time. That's a bit close, I must admit. I'm still doing this. Do you know something? I could have changed this, couldn't I? I've just thought now. If I had to change them up there to gears, and down here there'd have been planks, I would have been able to carry on building the gears, wouldn't I? How many? I think I need about 25 though. I think I need planks to make the. No, that's not it. Yeah, I need 25 planks to make the gear shop. I'm not really willing to dump the planks just to get that. I could obviously, like I said, I could do it on there, but maybe next time. Anyway, let's speed her up a bit. My apologies, I should have been speeding this up a bit more. Especially when now it's in a drought, there's not a lot I can do. I could take these out, actually, and get more... That's for explosives. Get more planks back. I'm trying to get the planks back if I can. How are we doing? We're on 780. And we've just got this little bit left. So then I've got to decide what the hell I'm going to do with this. Did I get any bad water in? No, I did not get bad water. I didn't get enough bad water. Well, it doesn't matter anyway because it's not running anyway, so... I'm getting more science. My science is going back up. My food situation is still... these have all come online. Now that's good. I'm quite happy with that. I will do that. I'll turn this on. You see it, and let's see how much of that 400 that he actual does. And see how much of this I can actually get. I've dropped about 400 in water. And I've got 5 days, so this is going to be close. I've got about half a thing of water. I mean, if it gets down to about 500, I'll just put one on. Because obviously, the more beavers I have, the more water and everything else in the one. That's why I was trying to increase the water. It is a fine balance. It's a real fine balance this game. If you don't get it right, you can bring it back. I mean, obviously, that's the whole point of the game, but... How long do they have them? Oh well, never mind. I can't build them anyway. I'll set this level to important when it gets back. And I'll carry on with that one. So that's another one. We're back to here again. 4 days, and we've lost about 110. It might be okay. I don't need to turn this on. What I don't want to do is I don't want to lose the spadder. Because that's extra food, you see. I think the problem being is I've got no room. I'm going to put one of these, because I've noticed that this cannot run because he's got nowhere to put. So these are not doing anything. So that will allow to get extra food, which actually, if we think about it, will be better for this as well. It'll keep this high. That's a 2, because it's a lot more difficult. I think these would probably be 2 as well. But you only get one for, obviously, the sunflower, and I'm quite surprised you get two for the grilled potatoes. It's not really that difficult to get. You only need to grill and a potato, you know, one of these. We've got about 10 minutes for this episode. Pyrez is looking good. Planks are looking okay. But they're not looking very good. They're not looking very good there. Because my wood's dire. I would actually be quite willing to dump these as well. I'm going to turn these off. For obvious reasons. I think these are them as well. I think I can... Oh, no. Oh. Don't turn them off, Piggy. They're bad water. What are you doing? Yeah, see, this is low, but it's just enough. If they get too low, they'll start to get a bit uppity. So we have to not allow that to happen. I was thinking of having a double section here and having this as a, you know, where these are. That will open that up then. Because this is a farce. But that would be just quite nice of having, you know, that out there. But it depends on how I want it done. Right. Aha, so they... Now, let's see how many of these do they say that they can't... Oh, there we go. So I can get this... Now they can get this one. I don't think they'll get this. But I may be able to do that. And then get that there now. Now they're going to absolutely cream that, so that's pretty good. I'm quite willing... I'm actually quite willing to... No, that's not the right one. I'm thinking... Yep. No. I know that's 3, but what the hell? The faster I get this out of the way, then I don't need to do it, do I? You know, it makes sort of sense. Then I've got all that, I've got all this metal out of the way. Then I can actually start on this as well. I can start on all of this. I think this section wants to go right the way down to maybe where this is. Here. The problem being is, though, is I'm not going to get any water. Although I could get water through. What I could do is use tunnels to irrigate from here. So I'd blast tunnels, and then it would irrigate right to the end. That might not be a bad idea. Nice solution, Pig. Nice solution, I think. 300. We've got half. We've got about a third of a day. Well, no, a quarter of a day left, and I'm on 300. This is Sparta. Sorry. I always, every time I hit 300, I always have to do the Sparta meme. That's... I don't want to do any yet, but I will do them. How are we doing with the Spaddock is still coming in. Obviously, it's getting used as well. I've got 13. That's not bad. I'm getting there. I can need to do another contemplation spot as well. That'd be quite nice. A couple of things just to allow them to sort things out. Right then, now we're getting water. I'm going to turn these back on. If I don't turn them on while I'm thinking about turning them on, I will be in doo-doo. Yeah, here's water. Here's the water coming back. Coming back to me now. Right. I very much doubt I'll be able to get this going in this episode, which is a bit disappointing. One admits. I'm going to get rid of this. This will give me some logs. Oh, I didn't even get a chance to say, get rid of the logs. I lost a, haven't got enough carrots either. That's a bit disappointing. How are we going to get this back now? I'm not sure if this has started back up again. Yeah, I think it has. Oh, bad water's at full. Treated planks and thing is at full, so we should be on the ball. I could take one of these out and do a double treated plank, but let's hopefully this is gonna start pushing things through now. Yeah, water's rapidly going up. I still need about 13 gears, so I think, do I need gears for that? No, I don't think it's for that, do I? No, I just need metal. And I've got 8 metal, and I only need 2. Do I now... Yeah, I just haven't got... I'm trying to balance the vacancies. Yeah, as I was saying, I'm trying to balance the vacancies with the... I'll put this on. Okay. I'll now put the well-being with the roof back on. So that should hopefully spur them on. I need to do a path from there. I think that's the same path there. That needs a path there. I think that's all right. It's a bit of a sprawl, an urban sprawl. Well, a bit of a skyscraper stack, but it's gonna do well. I've got that has an effect on all of them now. So the roof terrace should go up. The campfire's still there. I need to have another campfire somewhere. Can I have a campfire here? I can. It's a bit far out, but what the hell? It's not used space. I would like to have 2 of them and then I could have turned them, but when I take this out, it's not going to work anyway, so I need the space, don't I? How have we done? We've got that going. I'm not actually sure to what to do with that yet. I know I've got this here, but if I irrigate it, I'm not doing anything with it anyway, so... The only advantage of irrigating this land is to put crops on it and it won't die, but I've got no bad water on there anyway. So we are... yeah. My gears are at 100. That's good. I've got all this going, and I think... Oh, they've just taken up... They've taken some residence there. I've now got 10 free beds, so that's 10 free beds for beavers. We've still got 16 children. That's good. I need more food. Food is... I just panic about food in this game. If you don't keep an eye on it, you can be absolutely, you know, it'll get you. It's like bite you. and you don't notice, even though it's there in front of you. Mind you, I have got this, but the problem being is I don't think they have an effect. Yeah, I can't get them to. I'd have to have another. I'd have to have another efficient farmhouse up here. If I was going to enable this, which is obviously it's there. I'm not going to blow that off yet. I want this to be blown. Right, how are we doing? Right, we are. Oh, so it is doing what I said it was going to do. By just taking now. It don't make sense that. It's right next to it, but that's how it works. Then I've got the option of what to do with all this. I've got 1,000. I am going to have to enable this. So I've got no more storage for... Ooh, that means I've got no more thingy for that. Right. How are we doing? Right. Unfortunately, we're at the end of the episode, and I've only got 44. Not what I've planned, but you know, you can only do what you can do sometimes in a play that, you know, you don't have the room, so that's a bit of a downer. I'm absolutely trying to get obviously water here and get these filled up. It's filling up, so we are going up, but it'll take some time to get there. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Please come back again. And if you like and subscribe, even if you just want to make a comment saying, "Oh, I quite like this pig. It's an interesting game," and it'd be nice to have a comment. And even if you don't want to put it there, you can always send me an email. Go to pixtv.com and the email's there on the front page, and say hello. And yeah, be a part of the crew, and we'll be doing some other things in the future. Take care. Bye for now.